Okay, so I'll just talk about this. This is a little bit of hopefully something that you can take with you in the future when you think about what AI can and can't do. So this paper came out in 1990, something, or I don't know what the guy's first name is, but he went around and he talked to a bunch of Xerox technicians, right? Xerox, the big copiers, right? So the Xerox would rent copies or sell copiers to different companies. The businesses would then have those copiers, and then they would break down from time to time, right? And so the Xerox technicians would go around and fix those things. When you're hired as a Xerox technician, you are given a standard operating procedure. This happens with most jobs. When you're hired into a job, you're given either a position description, something that kind of like gives you the duties that you're supposed to be accomplishing that day, or a standard operating procedure, same kind of thing, right? The thing with the standard operating procedure is it does not capture the whole job, right? It's one of those things they capture as much as they can remember, but there's always some things that they don't include in there, right? So this is what he found out about, right? So he found out that not everything that matters is written down, right? If it's not written down, then AI and large language models don't know about it, right? Because the reason why it was never written down is because it's a low probability event. But there is a lot of institutional knowledge inside people's heads that knows about those things that are not in the SOP, and that it's transferred via conversation, right? So this is sort of what I'm trying to encourage you to do. This is why I have team projects and why I encourage you to work together as a team. Not because I know a lot of people don't like teamwork, right? Because you don't want your grade to be dependent on somebody else, right? And I tried to cover for you if that's the case. But working together with a team is absolutely essential for you in the future and for the success of organizations, right? Because when those people would come across some sort of like unusual event, they talk about it, right? They're like, I can't believe this copier that I saw today was doing this. I had no idea what the hell the problem was. And then I eventually did this, this, and this and figured out what the problem and was able to fix it, right? That's now institutional knowledge. When you talk to somebody about that, that person then either A, has enough information to fix that thing in the future, or B, they have a reference, right? They say, oh, I know so and so came across a problem similar to this. Let me call them up and ask them about it, right? Um, that is institutional knowledge because now when those groups of technicians encounter the same problem, the time from identifying the problem to fixing the problem is much shorter, right? Because again, this is institutional knowledge that just grows organically through conversation, right? Uh, and it doesn't get captured in standard operating procedures, right?